Okay, what's up guys? So today I'm gonna change the oil filter, try and get all the air bubbles out if there is any, or flush the radiator and do flush the trans fluid on the Land Rover today, and spark plugs. So it's gonna be a long day, but it can't be as bad as yesterday. Yesterday sucked because we cleaned that thing for like since 9:30 in the morning until like almost 10 at night. We were done after we cleaned the garage and everything. So yeah, that took forever, but hopefully this goes a lot smoother and I don't have any issues with anything. So I really shouldn't, but yeah, that's the goal for today. Get all that stuff flushed out and changed, and hopefully it'll be running a little bit better. And if there is a lot of air in the radiator or in like the cooling system, hopefully that fixes some of the overheating issue. If not, I'm gonna have to buy all new belts and water pump, and hopefully that will do it. And if not, then I don't know, because it's not a head gasket leak. There's no coolant leaking from the block anywhere. Yeah, I don't know. The valve cover is leaking a little bit, so I'll have to replace that eventually. And I have to check the throttle heater block plate or something, because a lot of people were saying that could be it as well. So I'm gonna check that, check some other things, and we'll see. So okay, so I have my drain pan under there and everything. It's a 15mm bolt, and then the filter, I'm just doing it by my hand. So yeah, I got Castrol DTX or GTX high mileage 5W30 oil. It takes like 6 quarts, I believe, or fuck, 6, what are they called? Yeah, 6 quarts. Yeah, I'm stupid. Anyway, yeah, it takes like 6 quarts. This is like 5, so I'm gonna have to get a little bit more oil, but I'll just put this. Oh shit, my hat. Okay. Okay, what's up guys? Just grabbed all this stuff. I'll need more oil later, but I got more, or different, I guess, coolant. I'm gonna use different than the Peak because I don't have a lot of that, and it's like 30 bucks for 50-50 mix for that, and these were like, I forgot how much they were, but anyway, yeah. And then I got distilled water, so I can kind of clean out the radiator a little bit, and just see. And then I got this stuff as well, because if it leaks or anything anywhere, I haven't really looked too much. It does come out of the does flow out of the overflow hose a lot when it overheats or gets to like running temp. It'll just shoot it straight out. So that's why I think there's a clog somewhere, because I have no idea. But yeah, got a filter as well, spark plug gap tool thing. I've had spark plugs. I went with NGKs, the Platinums, and that was the other stuff that I used to flush it at first. So yeah, I'm still just letting the oil drain a little bit. I think it's mostly done, but yeah, it did smell like gas a lot. So that makes me think that the piston rings might be gone, or might be going, because I didn't see any like metal shavings in there or anything when I watched it all. It just smelled like gas. But I don't know, I don't feel like a lack of power or anything when I drive it, or I haven't, I guess. So I don't know, we'll just have to see. So I'm gonna take the filter off. I'll show you where that is quick, and then put the new one in, fill it with oil, and then move on to the radiator. Okay, so that's where the oil drain plug was. Drained it all in there. You can't really see it. I didn't jack it up because I was just a little too lazy. The oil filter is right here, so I'm just gonna twist that off with my hand. I already loosened it. Take that off, put the pan under it after I put the bolt back in, the drain plug. Take this out, let this drain for a little bit, and then put the new one on, and then fill it with oil. So I would record and show you guys, and like I feel kind of like bad that I'm not, but it's kind of hard to record under there by myself. So yeah, I'll just let you guys know when I'm done and show you when I've put everything in. Okay, so I just got that the old oil filter off. There's the old one, there's the new one. I took some oil and rubbed it around the seal, if you can see that or not, just a little bit. Now I'm just letting it drain, so I think it's almost done. I'm gonna put that back on. I put the oil pan plug, drain plug back on, just hand tightened it, and then I like turned it once or twice with the ratchet till it was tight. But yeah, now I'm gonna put this one on, and then I'll fill it with oil, turn it on for like 5 minutes, and check the oil level. I know that it's gonna be low because I don't have 6 quarts. I just bought a big one, but it only has like 5 quarts, so I'll have to go get more of that later. But yeah, so I'm just gonna fill this, or put that one, the oil filter back on, fill it up quick, and then start on this. And then actually I'll probably do this before I start it, because if I start it and it gets too hot, that's gonna suck to do, because all the coolant's gonna be hot and I have to drain all that. So yeah, I don't know, I'll figure it out, but I'll let you guys know. Okay, so got everything changed. It's pretty dirty, and it's got like that light like brownish color kind of. I don't know, it smells like gas, like really freaking strong. So I don't know, but I don't see any metal shavings or anything in there. So yeah, I don't know if there's some chunks that I dropped some dirt in by accident, was under there because it's super dirty. Dropped some dirt right there too. But I'll show you the new oil filter. There's the new one. Got it on. I just hand tightened it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a band that wraps around to tighten it, but this grippy stuff that's on there, that's pretty nice actually, so that worked pretty good. Got the bolt back on back there for the oil drain plug. So now I just gotta fill it with the oil, or fill it back up and see. Might do the spark plugs first and then start it. I still don't really know what I'm gonna do about this, so I'll figure it out. I might go eat quick and then come back and I'll see what my plan is then. So okay, so this is the old one. It's pretty, if it focuses, it's kind of a little destroyed, and when I pulled it out, I had a bunch of like gunk in between the connectors or connections. And then these are the new ones. Yeah, so I already put one new one in. Put the new one in, this one. This is one of the old ones. Yeah, basically they just run on the sides, on both sides. So I'm just gonna go down and pull them all out. To pull, you just pull these plugs off. You pull it a little hard, but don't pull too hard, but it just pops off, and then it's a 16 millimeter. You just take them out with a normal ratchet, socket, whatever. That's what I've been using, and then just gap them. The ones that I bought kind of are already at the right gap. The size for it's just right here, 0.036 to 0.43 inches, or if you want to go millimeters. So yeah, they come at 0.4 inches, so I've just not gonna touch them. I'm just gonna check them, but then put them in if they're in the right spot, and if they're too small or too big, I'll adjust them as I need to. So yeah. So these are the spark plugs that I have, the NGK Platinums. What do they come like? Don't touch the white stuff, I guess. I don't know. So to check like the gap for this, you just get like a spark plug gap finder, whatever they call them, and you put it on and you just spin around until it gets like tough, so like I can't really move it anymore. You don't want to be too rough, it'll break it, but it's right at like 40 where I want it. But if you were to if I can get it out, Jesus Christ, okay, yeah, so if you were to like adjust it to make it smaller, you push against the top of it with the back like that, or if you want to make it bigger, you slide it in like that in that little circle for like a can opener type thing and just push back. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so I just threw all the, I was just cleaning up a little bit. I got all the spark plugs back in, or all the new ones in. I'm gonna fill it up with the oil quick, and then basically what I'm gonna do with the radiator stuff, I think I'm just gonna drain. I'm just gonna undo it from the thermostat, drain all the coolant that's in it now out, and then fill it up with water, run it for a little bit, flush it out, or let it like run it through those lines again, just drain it out just to clean it a little bit. And then I'm gonna put this coolant in, the new coolant in with this stuff, and see if I still have the overheating issue stuff, and go from there. And if it's that, I think I'll probably end up replacing the radiator first rather than the water pump, just because for me I think that's easier, but we'll have to see. So I'm gonna fill it up with oil, let it run for a little bit, and see if I messed anything up or not. But yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Let's
take it. Yeah. Okay, so it's the next day. I just put the last spark plug in because this is the, I'll show you where it is. It's this one right here. This far one. I don't know what cylinder number it is, but it's this front driver's side one. I didn't get it because the one that I had before I dropped and it gapped it way out and I couldn't push it back in, so I went and picked one up today. I also picked up a bunch of trans fluid and more oil to put in, but it said it was full on 5 quarts, but it says it takes 6. So I'm gonna flush the radiator, or drain the radiator, put water in it, or fill it with 2 gallons of distilled water. Just make sure you get distilled. Make sure you get distilled water, because you don't want to run like normal water through it. I don't know why. I don't know. You just want to get distilled. You don't want to get faucet water, basically. Put that in there, run it, and either let it just run or drive it down the block and then back, and then turn it off, give it like 5 minutes, 10 minutes for all the water to cool down, because when it drains it's probably going to be freaking hot. So I'm going to drain all the water out, check the oil and make sure that the oil is not low, and if it's low then I'm going to add that other quart, and then when I refill it with this stuff and put this in here, I'm going to put 1 gallon of this in, since it's already 50-50 mixed, put this in there, and then open up the bleeder screw and pour the 2nd gallon in until solid coolant runs out here.
And now it's raining.
Oh, is it? I thought someone was walking up. Free car wash, hey! Anyway, yeah, then open this and until coolant flows. I'll show you guys when I do it. I know I didn't really show the spark plugs. I was only me when I did that, so like I feel like it's pretty explanatory. Like they're pretty accessible. It's not like a Subaru or something where you have to like lift the engine up or whatever. And so yeah, did those. Oil change, I feel like most people know how to do that. I kind of showed that a little bit. And then I'll show the transmission fluid. I'm not flushing it, I'm just draining it and refilling it to like a service. And then I'm gonna, I have to get a filter for it, but I have to find out what transmission it is first. Come on.
Back up. The lighting's bad.
Oh, I don't care about lighting, dude. I'm not a model. Alright, yeah. So I'll show you guys when I do the transmission, where you drain that and where you refill it, and then where the filter would be, but they didn't have any in stock and I don't know which trans I have, and neither do I, so I'm going to try and find a number on there, or tab or tag or something, and take a screenshot and then show it to them tomorrow or something and get a filter ordered. So yeah, that's it.
And the shirt.
Oh, got boost?
Yeah.
Should say got titties. already made a mess. It's okay. It'll come out. It'll come out.
It's an oil stain. It's not coming out.
Come on. Okay, so basically this is the, oh my god. Okay, this is the, I used one of these, so I'm just gonna drain the oil back in here, clean this out a little bit, and then use this for the coolant thing since I don't have a bucket. And yeah, then I'll put the coolant back in the empty ones that I use, or the water gallons, since I'm gonna have to drain the water too. Oh shit, I have to drain the water. I have to do a lot of swapping back and forth. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna drain this in here quick. I'm gonna be able to record more because my brother's here with me, so it won't just be like no content, and I just tell you when I'm done. So you don't really have to record this, dude. I'm just.
That's satisfying.
It is kind of satisfying though. You're nice and full. Oh shit, too full. Oh, I had to edit that out. I can't say shit. Drain faster, ho. Okay, so hold on, I gotta grab my camera or my flashlight. So I was originally gonna take these off the thermostat, but they're like right on top of each other, so I'm not gonna touch it. But I'm gonna take this bottom one out and remove that and push the hose down to my drain pan thing that I have down there. Drain out all as much as I can from there. Then fill it up with water through the reservoir because there's nowhere else to fill it because there's no cap or anything on this. And fill that up with water. Drive it down the block and back, and then drain it out again from that bottom lower hose or whatever, and then fill it with coolant, do the bleeder screw thing. But basically there's a different way to do this that I'm not gonna do. You take the fan off, and then there's like a bolt down in between there near the water pump, the lower one. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you take the lower bolt out right down there, and then it drains that down to that level on the block. And then when you, like if you're replacing the hose or if you really want to get it right, then you take that bottom hose out and then drain the rest if you're replacing a hose or something. But since I'm not, I'm just gonna pull that bottom hose and go from there. All right, so I got that little clamp moved back. That sucked to do because there's like no space. I didn't record it because my brother had to hold these back out of the way and then hold the flashlight, and I had to slide just one hand down there without looking and kind of just guess. But got it back. I'm gonna pull it off now and hopefully it'll just drain out. I don't know, we'll see. So all right. Okay, so I got it. I missed at first, but then I moved it and now we're good, I think. But I'm just gonna squeeze it and try and get flow to it. It should be a little bit more than this. Gravity should like work with it and try and pull it down, but oh, I got covered in it. I feel like I might be able to dump some water in to get it going, but I don't really know if I'm gonna. So, hold up. I'm gonna lift up the reservoir. Jesus, I got that everywhere. I'm gonna lift up the reservoir quick and see if it helps with the flow. I don't really know. It might not. And honestly, if that's like, I don't hear any like slushing around or anything. I don't know if it's all in the radiator, but if that's all the coolant that was in there, that would maybe explain the overheating if there wasn't any like coolant in there really. But So this is just 2 clips on the back, and then you lift up the back and slide it towards the car. So it might not work because since it's not on, so it might not be pumping anything, but it feels like there's a lot in there, but it feels like the thermos. Okay. Oh, I need my fucking mouth. Okay, so I opened this to relieve all the pressure and let air run its course through the thing, and it drained most of it out, and this is basically empty now. So I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here and see if water starts coming out of there, and that way I know I'm like draining most of it. And then if that works, I'm gonna put that hose back on, refill the entire system with water, and then bleed it so there's not air in there, and then start it, drive it out, and drive it around for a little bit. Probably like 3 minutes, not very long. But yeah, Jesus, got too much stuff. So I'm gonna put some water in and see if the water works. I'm gonna turn the fan down in case there's a fan noise. I'm just gonna turn it off. So hopefully water comes out. Tell me if water comes out, dude. I hear it bubbling.
Yeah, water's coming out.
Okay, good deal. So I'm gonna let the rest of this water drain out, put it back together, fill it with the 2 gallons of water, and then bleed it and drive it or start it for a little bit. So okay, so after like 30 minutes I got that clamp back on. That sucked a lot more than I thought it would. I had to stick my arm through right here with the pliers and get it on. I couldn't get it from here because there's not enough space. I went through all these tools, recut my finger again, I reopened it, and I was standing in there and my shoe is stuck. Well, now I got it, but when I had my foot in there, it was in there. So yeah, that took me about 30 minutes to get back on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna act like I'm a professional, because I'm not. But that sucked to get back on. So I guess now, Jesus, I don't know if I want to run water through it. I probably should, just to make sure that I'm not mixing the different coolants. I'm trying to think, I don't know. But I might just run water through it, drain the water, since the stuff's already a 50-50 mix. If water gets in there, I don't think it'll be too bad. And I don't know what this other stuff, if it's a 50-50 mix or not, so I don't know. So I guess I might as well just run the water through it and see what happens. But I'm gonna take a break for a second because I am dead. So I made a mess, just a little bit. I filled it up with all the water and to drain it out, and there's a ton of coolant in there and it went everywhere. Missed the drain pan completely. So now I have to lift up my mats, clean under them, and yeah, this is fun. But I did drive it a little bit quick, and I don't know, it didn't really overheat for like the 10 minutes I drove it with the heat on full blast. So now I'm gonna undo that hose again, drain it all out here, because I'm not doing that in there again and redoing all of this, because I've already been doing this for like 30 minutes. Redrain it, try and show you better now that I've done it once. It's pretty tough to get back on, to get the clamp back on that hose, but yeah, I'll try and show you better when I refill it with actual coolant, and I'll show you that where the water comes out of on this, because I'm just gonna I'm gonna drain all the water out as much as I can, let it sit for a little while, and then put it back on, start pouring coolant in until all the water comes out and it's straight coolant, and then squeeze it a couple times so there's no air bubbles and it's just a straight solid flow of coolant. Put that back on, close the reservoir, drive it for a little bit and then let it sit. And then after I let it sit, I'm gonna have to make sure that this cold level mark that's where it's sitting at, and fill it up in the reservoir to there if it's not, and if it is above, then drain a little bit, and if it's at it, then I'm good, or close to it, I'm good. So gotta do that, and then yeah, but yeah, my nice little headlight duct tape job, and my half fix washer line to the radiator fan fix for when I drive and it starts to overheat. Love it. So yeah, I'm just cleaning the bumper since I haven't done that yet. Why didn't I focus? What? Okay, Jesus. Focus. Whatever. Oh, there we go. So yeah, I'm gonna finish cleaning this out and drain all the water out.